Alan was on board to move forward with dropping the price on one of his premium Samsung HD TV models to just $1 a piece. But once the new discounted price went into effect, people would be flocking to Spears to get the deal. So to help dissuade these bargain hunters from buying up all of Alan's dollar TVs, I implemented a strict dress code requiring customers to wear formal attire just to enter the store. I then had all the dollar TVs moved to an area at the back of the store and had a new wall constructed to surround this area that could only be entered through a tiny 2-foot tall door. Finally, in between the door and the TVs, I added a live alligator, which would hopefully force customers who made it this far to reconsider their decision to take advantage of the great offer. With our preventative measures in place, I could now prepare to get Alan his TVs. According to Best Buy's policy, price matches are restricted to one item per customer. So to maximize the number of TVs I could get Alan, I put an ad on Craigslist to recruit a team of people to help make the purchases. And later that week, I met with those who responded to see if they were right for the task. So this job involves buying things.
Okay.
Are you good at buying things?
I would say so. Like, what do you mean by buying things?
Like going into a store and buying something?
Yeah.
All right, great. All 6 applicants seemed qualified for the job. So after printing out some flyers and distributing them throughout the neighborhood, it was finally time for Alan to offer his $1 prices to the world. On the morning of the big promotion, the deal vultures were already circling out front, and that meant we had to move quick. So I met my team of buyers out back and gave them each the $1 they'd need to buy the TVs, and then sent them off in a van to Best Buy. Meanwhile, I hung back at Spears to help Alan ensure that his inventory remained untouched. Hey.
Hi.
You look good.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. And once Alan unlocked the front door, we were officially open for business. Can I help you, or?
We're here to for the TV deals.
Just so you guys know, we do have a strict dress code, as you can see on the wall. So.
Wow. There's no advertising about the dress code.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, it's right in the front of our store. It's for everyone to see. This is the front.
Inside. We were waiting out there. We were waiting in the front of the store.
I knew some people might be a bit frustrated, so I offered up a list of tuxedo rental stores in the area to show them that Spears did value their business. Honestly, you seem like very nice people, and I'd love to let you in, but I think doing so would be unfair to the customers that, you know, chose to dress decent.
What the?
My plan on the Spears TV side was working, as 30 minutes after opening, exactly 0 of his $1 televisions had been purchased. Meanwhile, everything was on track with my buyers, as they were just now arriving at Best Buy. But then, to my surprise, a customer actually returned with attire that met our strict dress code. Did you rent that?
Yes.
I wasn't completely shocked that someone would be determined enough to make it inside, but I was hopeful that the remaining steps would prove more discouraging. So this is the section with those TVs.
Okay. It's the premium TV section?
Yeah.
That's the doorway?
Yeah. These are the more expensive ones, so we
Okay.
keep them in a separate room.
That's going to be in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not good. Yeah.
The customer may have been determined, but once he came face to face with our alligator, it was all over. I'm sorry, I mean, I feel bad because that's $1 we're losing as well, you know? My plan was a success. The guy chose not to buy the $1 TV, and every customer after that met our dress code got no further than Herbert as well.
Herbert? What is Herbert?
I'm sorry, did you not want a TV, or?
Yeah, I don't want to be in the same room as an alligator.
Everything seemed to be going according to plan. But then I got word that back at Best Buy, things weren't looking so hot. After presenting the flyer to sales associates, my buyers were told that the company would not honor their price match.
We price match to an actual store's price, not to an
This is a store, and this is their price.
Yeah, that's not correct.
I couldn't understand why this was happening, so I left the shop and headed over to Best Buy to see if I would have any better luck myself. I actually have a price match for this, to get it for $1.
We don't price match for your TV.
Why not?
They're not a local competitor.
They are. They're within 25 miles.
We don't price match. There's no way anybody's gonna price match that TV no matter what company you go to.
Even with my confidence and negotiation skills, I was denied a price match too. I'm gonna count to 3, and if you don't do it by the time I get to 3, I'm gonna leave, okay? 1, 2, 3.
It's not gonna happen.
I couldn't believe it. How could Best Buy, one of my favorite companies, turn their backs on the very policy that drew me in as a customer? It was a classic bait and switch. But the one thing I knew is that when big corporations try to mess with regular people like us, we don't have to take it lying down. So the next day, I returned to Alan's store with a slight adjustment to our plan. I'm just so sick and tired of these big companies like Best Buy and Enron thinking that, you know, the rules don't apply to them.
Yeah.
That they can just push around the little guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
As far as I'm concerned, you're entitled to those TVs.
Yeah.
So that's why I've decided to file a class action lawsuit against Best Buy on your behalf. But if I was going to go up against a massive company like Best Buy, I would need some legal advice. So I paid a visit to my old pal, California Judge Anthony Filosa, for guidance on how to build my case.
If you decide to sue Best Buy, based upon what you've told me, it's going to be a huge battle.
Filosa was skeptical about my prospects, but he said there was one piece of evidence that could turn the tide in my favor.
If you had an insider from Best Buy that could testify as to the price match policy that they don't adhere to across the board, that's relevant.
So I need info from the inside.
Yes, whistleblower for type of person.
It became clear that without an inside source, I wouldn't have a case. But getting someone from within these walls to disclose corporate secrets on camera would be a whole other challenge. So to conceal my true intentions, I put up an ad to recruit Best Buy employees for a new reality show called Retail Dating, where people who work at retail stores go on blind dates. And after a couple days, I got a response from a female Best Buy employee named Elle.
I'm 24 years old. I've worked at Best Buy for 3 months.
My plan was to pose as another retail employee who was chosen to be her date. And because she mentioned she liked alternative music, I decided to go as the manager of a local Hot Topic named Nathan. But what Elle didn't know is that my one and only goal was to get secret inside dirt on the Best Buy price match policy. Do you want to see a magic trick?
Oh, sure.
Do you like magic?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a little...
Yeah.
It's not...
Why not?
Okay. See the coin?
I see it.
Okay.
I think I've seen that before.
Okay. Now that I had impressed Elle, it was time to see if I could get her to admit that there was something more going on with the Best Buy price match policy than meets the eye. One cool thing about Hot Topic is that, you know, they're pretty lax on the rules, you know? We can kind of do what we want a little bit.
Yeah.
For example, we have this price match policy. Sometimes, like, someone will come in with a legitimate price match, and if I'm not feeling it, I'll just be like, no. You know what I mean? You guys ever do that, or?
Oh, I've seen it happen, yes.
At Best Buy? Mm-hmm. You've seen what?
Other people not do it because
not do the price match?
Yeah, because they're not feeling the person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there it was, the smoking gun. On-camera evidence of a culture of corruption, eroding the insides of one of America's most respected institutions. But even though I had what I needed, I didn't want to be rude and leave abruptly, so I decided to stay for the private salsa lesson I had pre-arranged for the date.
Hola, buenas tardes. How are you guys doing? You're supposed to move your shoulders, your hips, and your arms as well.
I have to admit, I was a bit nervous about dancing, but once we got going, I discovered I was actually really good at it.
Look at his eyes. He's waiting for you. Perfect.
And once our date was over, we said our goodbyes.
Nice meeting you.
Okay, yeah. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
You want to put balloons on a person?
Correct.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not about, you know, only making money. It's about doing what's right. Imagine if you were the only place that could provide horsey rides for the morbidly obese.
But I don't
want you to end up on the wrong side of history with this one.
Okay.
Joy was in, So the next morning, I ordered some weather balloons online and amassed a stockpile of helium to conduct a preliminary weight test. I discovered that each helium-filled balloon I attached to me would reduce my weight by 20 pounds. So it was a simple matter of adding more until each customer was below the weight limit. But I still had to factor in the harsh conditions of the trail. You see, when Joy took me along the route earlier, I noticed there were two things that could compromise the balloons: the sharp branches that hung over the trails and the razor-beak birds that were in the sky. If either one of them came in contact with our balloons, the result would be disastrous. With a horse's life at stake, I wasn't going to take any chances. So I came up with the idea of having two pizza paddle-like branch blockers that would protect the balloons from any punctures. Nice. This would work well for the trees, but unlike branches, birds are a moving target that would require a more precise approach. So I paid a visit to a local gun shop to see if there were any non-lethal ways to incapacitate a bird. I'm looking for a gun that will, like, stun a bird, but not kill it.
Doesn't exist. Odds are you're going to kill it or cripple it.
I didn't want to kill a bird, so I explained my entire plan to the clerk to see if he had any other ideas. But that's when his mood soured.
You want to suspend people with helium balloons so that it alleviates the weight of them on the back of a horse.
Yes.
I do not believe in this hug the world scenario that you're describing, where everybody has a right to do everything just because they want to.
I disagree. I think anyone should be able to do anything.
I do not have a bubblegum and sunshine view of the world. If people don't suffer for their own stupidity, nobody learns.
What was that sound?
Sorry, that was my
Oh.
cell phone telling me there's a message. Let me put that on.
Oh,
Forgot
okay.
to put that on silent.
It says "oh" like that every time?
Every time I get a message.
Do you have an option of what it says?
Yeah.
And you chose that?
Yep.
It was clear this guy wasn't going to help me find a way to protect my balloons from birds. But that's when it occurred to me that I might be able to adapt a tool that farmers had been using on the ground for years to the sky: a flying scarecrow. It was the non-violent solution I was looking for. So with everything I needed, I could now head back to Park Place Stable to put my idea to the test. I had found an overweight man named Heath who was willing to try out my concept. And after doing an official weigh-in, 275, I calculated it would take exactly 3 balloons to bring him under the weight limit. But as he started getting strapped in, I noticed that 2 other customers who had been booked for the same ride were looking at Heath and snickering. I had already explained to them that we were accommodating an overweight customer, so this behavior was completely inappropriate. So before we headed out, I decided to give them a talk. Can I ask what's funny about what we're doing here?
There's 3 massive balloons attached to a man right there.
I mean, this is the only way he can ride a horse. Would you laugh at a wheelchair? I mean, that's a medical device he's wearing.
Okay, you're 100% right.
Right. Just because he's a larger man and hooked up to giant helium balloons, it doesn't mean...
It's not funny at all.
Right. Because if I see either of you so much as smirk from this point forward, your ride is over. Got it?
Yes. All right.
With the normal riders promising to be respectful, and Heath now weighing in below the 220-pound limit, how's it feel?
Good.
You feel lighter?
Yeah, I feel light. I feel good.
It was finally time for everyone to saddle up so the ride could begin. Great. And I watched as for the first time in history, a plus-sized man was able to ride a horse. With my branch blockers trailing close behind and the flying scarecrow overhead, I felt that we were ready for anything Mother Nature could throw at us. And it wasn't long until my balloon protection system was put to the test as my branch blocking team raced into position to guide Heath through a narrow clearing. And all we could do now was pray. The system worked flawlessly, and for the rest of the trail, tree after tree, my team was able to keep the delicate balloons intact, making the ride a success. Trust me, I know guys. All we need is a beer in our hand and a bro by our side, and we are out of the way.
I in fact never heard any guy saying that. If I had a brew and a bro, I'm fine.
I totally hear you, but leave it to me for the guy stuff. Trust me.
Okay.
Susan was on board, and we decided that her back storage area would be the perfect spot for the new man zone. So the next day, I had my team bring in all the essentials to make this room the ultimate hangout den for guys. And once everything was in its place, all we had to do was wait for the first couple to come in to see if my man zone would work. Just so you guys know, Elizabeth Albert has a dedicated man zone, so that means while the lady shops, you have a place you can hang out that's both comfortable and geared towards your masculine needs. So if you want to come hang out there and give her time to shop, if you want, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Don't leave this bro hanging, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great. And we'll be having fun in there, so take as much time as you need.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I knew it wouldn't be too much of a challenge to lure guys into the zone, and once they saw it had everything a guy could want, I was hopeful they wouldn't want to leave. Free at last, huh? I mean, do you feel free?
Yeah.
Things were off to a good start. The guy's girlfriend was leisurely shopping, while back in the zone. You know what I feel like? A mother effing beer. It was just boys being boys. Nice catch. Just two dudes doing what guys do best. Crack that shit. Hanging out, grabbing a brewski, and watching royalty-free football. Oh yeah. Tampa Bay Bandits versus Houston Gamblers. Enjoy. Big tackle coming. There we go. I thought he was having a good time, but then something bad happened.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay. The guy decided to leave the zone and go back to his girlfriend after only 4 minutes. And even worse, moments later, they left the shop entirely. This was not what I had promised Susan, and I worried that if I lost another guy that quickly, there would be no winning her back. So when the next couple came in, I had to somehow figure out a way to keep the guy chilling for longer, or else my man zone didn't stand a chance. You know what I feel like?
Oh, yeah?
A mother effing beer. Oop, sorry. Just meant to do a little move.
Okay. Oh, cool.
There you go, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Enjoy. So far, things were working out with my second guy.
That's not good.
Gotta let it set. As he was relaxed and enjoying his beer. But when I put on football again, for some reason, this guy wasn't into it either. Great touchdown celebration coming up. Love that celebration. Just a few minutes in, I could tell I was losing him quick. And with his girlfriend just starting to shop, I desperately needed to turn things around. But that's when I realized I hadn't yet broke down about the one thing that's on every guy's mind. You know what I like more than anything?
What?
Sex.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. You can never get too much sex.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Never too much sex, bro.
Definitely, definitely.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite position?
From the back.
From
the back, yeah, from behind, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Straight damage, bro.
Mine's missionary.
Missionary?
Yeah. Guy on top, girl on the bottom.
There you go. Nothing's wrong with that, man. Nothing's wrong with that.
The sex talk was working, and the guy was loving every minute of it. Bareback or use a condom?
Oh, bareback, man. I
only
love
way.
The only way,
only
bro.
way.
Only way.
It feels so much better without a condom, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Hell,
it's like so much stuff these days. It's like, oh, you gotta use protection, all this stuff. But like, whatever, you pull out, you're fine, right?
Absolutely. As long as you pull out, man.
As long as you pull out.
Hey, that's the key.
You gotta pull out.
You have to pull out, bro.
Sometimes I get close, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Like, almost
sometimes
got
I get real close. Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. I did it. As long as we were talking about sex, this guy wasn't going anywhere. And best of all, his girlfriend had time to browse every section of the store without interruption.
From behind, that's pretty much, I just like to see everything, man. You know, you can't go wrong with that.
The guy stayed in the man zone for a full 17 minutes before leaving, and victory had never tasted so sweet.
What were you doing back there?
Drinking a beer.
You drinking a beer in the store?
Yeah.
And even though women may never really understand what guys need.
Why are you drinking beer?
Well, that's what guys do when they're alone.
I don't care what they do when they're alone. She laughed because he was in there drinking beer.
The only thing that really mattered is that Elizabeth Albert now had a place where guys can be themselves.
There have been times in my life when I was able to ejaculate in another position, but especially as I've gotten older and fatter, it's pretty much the only position that works for me.
That makes sense.